all happens next at 6 o'clock on Sun Radio. I'll leave you with a couple more.
Good evening, or good late afternoon. Kevin Connor here on Sun Radio, and welcome to our second pop-up session of the day today, and happy St. Patrick's Day, and welcome everyone to Blended Culture. Thank you all for coming so much. Thank you for supporting the Sun Radio Foundation. Thank you to La Cima and San Marcos, ABC Home and Commercial Services, Frontier Bank of Texas, and to Covas for supporting our whole week of pop-up shows. We're glad to be here. This is our first time here, and I just found out that they just got their full bar. They were doing beer before, but they've got their full bar set up, and so the crew here has been working very hard to get ready. If you're on your way and you reserved one of the green couches, and they brought in green couches just because it's St. Patrick's Day, you better get here soon, because a lot of people are looking at those couches going, we can't have those empty for the whole show. So drive friendly, drive careful, but get here. We have a couple of gentlemen who are going to perform for you this evening who grew up in the Houston area, but both had the good sense to come to Austin as soon as they could. Gordy Quist, a band of heathens, will join us in our second hour. And first up is Zach Person. And Zach, you grew up in the Houston area, right? And then came up here to Austin because this is where people come to play.
Absolutely. Best decision.
Yeah. And he's accompanied by Jake Weibel on drums. His full-length debut album, he's got an EP out, but the full-length album comes out first week of April, and we'll talk more about that in just a second. But please welcome live on Sun Radio, Zach Person.
Prime, I knew this pretty girl. She fell into my mind and changed my whole world. I wanna please her, just let me please her. Let me come and take you for a drive. Sun Radio, how y'all feeling? Take you for a drive. Thank y'all so much. Song that will heal my soul. Play me a song that will heal my soul. Ooh. Oh, Mr. Preacher Man, will you speak to me and help me understand? Speak to me and help me understand. Well, I've been long. Ooh, and my time keeps ticking. My time keeps ticking. Ooh, worlds I was waiting on. Worlds I was waiting on you. On you. Oh, Mr. Radio Man, will you play me a song that will heal my soul? Play me a song that will heal my soul. Woo! And oh, Mr. Preacher Man, will you speak to my family? Help us understand. Speak to my family, help us understand. Well, I've been thinking long. Ooh, and my time keeps ticking. My time keeps ticking. Ooh, worlds I was waiting on. Worlds I was waiting on you. On you. Well, what's the plan? Honey, I've been thinking. I'm waiting on a sign to make my mind. Think of it out. The world is waiting. Give me good love. Put it on me. Woo! Help us understand.
Yeah. Sun Radio, live in South Austin at Blended Culture on South Lamar with Zach Person and Jake Weibel. And on behalf of all the Mr. Radio men, thank you for listing us first before the preachers in your song. That was nice. Thank you very much. Do you need to change that string?
I do need to change that string.
All right. I think we want you to get all 6 strings on the show, so just change that string and we'll be all right.
All right.
All right. It doesn't take long at all.
Should we do the interview now?
Yeah. While you're changing?
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that. Let's let them get the string out of the case first. This is our second pop-up show of the day. Did you all hear? I was listening while working from home today. Did you hear our one at Güeros at lunchtime? It was fantastic. With Kelsey Wilson of Sir Woman, and I loved her story about there's just that fun thing when you're an artist and a musician, and she got in her car, turns the key, and there she is on the radio, and she liked that. That was very cool. And David Ramirez was playing some great stuff. The second to last song he sounded like a man possessed. It was something else. So, we're here at this relatively new place. It opened in December, called Blended Culture, and they blend two of my favorite cultures, pizza and tacos. Yeah, we have not been to this venue before, and it's very cool that they have us here. All the shows we're doing all this week are all sold out. So thank you to our listeners, our supporters. Thank you all very much. Because we cannot do what we do without y'all. Otherwise, we'd just all be standing in a room saying, wasn't that song great? But we need you guys to keep it going for us, and our underwriters as well. Tomorrow night, it's going to be a trip. I'm looking forward to it. Shiny Ribs, the Shiny Ribs Lowdown, which is the 5-member group, including Kelly McQueen, the host of River Girl Radio, as one of the Shiny Soul Sisters, and Alice. And also our marvelous midday host, Susanna Chaffel. They'll be performing at Hill Country Outdoor Power at this time tomorrow evening, 6 to 8. It's out on 290 as you're heading towards Drippin', getting pretty close to Belterra. And all the people who bought tickets for that one are going to be sitting on tractors. Now, you guys are sitting on comfy couches here and, some pretty cool tables and chairs and stuff like that, but a whole show of people sitting on tractors. And, Shiny Rib is kind of famous for his conga lines. I'm thinking tractors, conga lines. Tractors, conga lines. This could get real interesting fast. Could be real interesting. So that'll be tomorrow, and you can tune in for that. And, of course, if you're not able to be with us, listen on the radio, watch on Facebook, watch on our YouTube channel. And we've got a multi-camera shoot here that Jeremy's done, and that's always great. And Zach has set a new personal record for changing a string. He beat his own record by 23 seconds. Nicely done, sir. Nicely done. So he'll tune that up, and we'll be ready to go here in just a second. Yeah. Way to go, Zach. Nice save. Nice save.
Hey, Jeremy, can I get a little bit more click? All right. I'm going to do How Long.
All right.
For all you guys sitting in the car, thanks for your patience. This next song is called How Long.
Zach Person, Sun Radio.
Must we live like this? They say the time away makes the heart grow fonder. Oh, I say it every day. Our love grows stronger and stronger. An honest man willing to give it all. Now how long? And
This is a quarantine song. It's called Wanna Fly.
Chains let me go, wanna fly too low. Lord set me free, come rescue me. My pain again, my name, my skin. The enemy keeps trying me. Can't stay the same. Things must change. Not enough. We've been oppressed. We gave it our best. Take my hand to home and share the heavy load. My family, my friends mistreated again. Let's stand up and fight to defend the right. Such a shame. Things must change. Not enough. Yeah. I wanna fly. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna try. Yeah, I wanna fly. But not too high. Might stumble, might cry, may live or may die. My name, my friends, when is this gonna end? I know. Chains let me go. I wanna fly, but I'm too low. There's still a chance to end the violence. Can't end this way. Things must change. Hey. No, 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 no. Woo! All right, thank you. Yeah.
Sun Radio Live at Blended Culture, South Lamar, South Austin, with Zach Person and Jake Weibel. For those of you listening on the radio, or it's only two guys. All that music, and it's two guys. You know, somebody should start a band like that. Call it like the White Stripes or the Black Keys or something like that. Sounded very, very cool. Little hints of the Led Zeppelin undertones there. Very, very cool. So, Zach, you call your music blues rock, and there's definitely rock in there, but there's also blues in there. Do you remember what record first made you go, I want to do that?
Man,
And
when
it might
I
have been a
first started
couple.
playing guitar, my mom, I guess she had to have done a Google search on best guitarists so she could give me somebody to study.
Yeah.
And I think it was a Joe Bonamassa.
Oh,
record.
yeah. He's great.
Heartaches for Nickels. I think that was the name of the album.
He's one of the best-known guitar players in America that most people haven't heard of.
Exactly.
But guitar people know that he's the real deal. But you made quick progress. You were out there as a teenager performing, right?
Yeah. I moved to Houston when I was 13, and in middle school got with this band, and we started playing out early on. Places like House of Blues in Houston, and
Really?
yeah. And then in high school, House of Blues is
That
fantastic.
couldn't have helped your popularity in school at all, huh?
I don't know if it made me popular, but it definitely gave me an identity. Yeah. The guitar was my hall pass. I could walk, and
Oh, yeah.
principals would be like, he's up to something good.
He's doing something important.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
couldn't possibly be skipping out on chemistry
Yeah.
right now.
Right.
Yeah. And then you did the American Idol thing.
Yeah.
Was that a good experience?
That was a great experience. I was always a guitar player first and sang out of necessity. So that was the first time I was really pushed to focus on my singing, first and foremost.
And you did a Gary Clark Jr. song, right?
I did do a Gary Clark Jr. song.
I can hear the vocal similarity there, definitely.
Yeah. He's great.
So that last tune, is that on the new record?
Yeah, it'll be on the new record coming out April 2nd. It's called Wanna Fly.
All right. So there's a self-titled EP that's out there in the world, but this is the full-length album, and I know you're celebrating at Empire Control Room the night the record comes out.
Yes, yeah, with Torino Black and Cowboy Diplomacy.
And a full band.
And a full band.
No
and some
slight
special
on you,
guests.
Jake. You're covering for everybody really great. You're doing great. Well,
Jake's the man.
we're very grateful that you're here playing for us. And let's get some more music here from Zach Person.
Thanks for having me.
Live on
guys.
Sun Radio.
This is one of my favorite songs to play. It's actually not coming out on this record. It'll be coming out later on in the year as a UK EU release. It's called Remnants. Fading away, these chains that hold me down by the wayside, and that's where you found me, holding on to everything that was killing me. So hard to carry on, but it's getting easier to leave. And and I'm letting go. This thing isn't ready for a long, long time. No. And I wouldn't go back if you told me, fighting the remnants of the old me. Oh. Tracks in the sand and tell where I've been. I've been to one, now I'm back again, ready to face
my greatest enemy. He lives inside of me. Oh, and all the pain and all the violence and all this space and bitter silence, it keeps trapping me. Whoa, it keeps attacking me. And every lie and every demon just giving me a better reason to break out of here, to get over the fear and let it go. I'm letting go. These things I'm ready for a long time. No. And I wouldn't go back if you told me fighting the remnants of the old me. I'm in a battle, shoulder steady, fist ready. I'm in a battle, on the ground, and I'm surrounded. I'm in a battle, shoulder steady, fist ready. I'm in a battle, the remnants of the old. And take a step with no hesitation. pull the cord out of desperation. Lies round here been too much to take. And skies are telling of my heartbreak. Hard times in hard places. Wake me up when this nightmare comes to an end. And hard lines in our faces. If any space, if any time, let me know. Boy, you let me go. Let me know when you're gonna tell me, yeah, let me know. Boy, you let me go. Let me know. In a cloud of promotion, in 6 long years, give you my devotion. And saw it coming from a mile away. And been hiding from you every day. In hard times and hard places. Wake me up when this nightmare comes to an end. And hard lines in our faces. If you need space, if you need time, let me know. Boy, you let me go. Let me know. When you gonna tell me, yeah, let me know. Oh yeah, let me go. You oughta let me know. In high paces. Wake me up when this nightmare comes to an end. In hard lines in our faces. If you need space, if you need time, let me know. Oh yeah, let me go. Let me know when you're gonna tell me, yeah, let me know. For you, let me go. You oughta let me know. Bless my soul, what's wrong with me? I'm itching like a man in the fuzzy tree. Well, my friends, they say I'm acting wild as a bug. I'm in love and I'm all shook up. I'm all shook shook up. Woo! When my hands are shaky and my knees are weak, I can't seem to stand up on my own 2 feet. And who do you think of when you have such luck? I'm in love and I'm all shook up. I'm all shook up. I'm all shook up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm all shook up. Well, my tongue gets tired when I try to speak. My insides shake like a leaf on a tree. There's only one cure for this body of mine. That's the other girl that I love so. Yeah, yeah. I'm all shook up. Yeah. I'm all shook up. Woo! Yeah. Woo! Thank y'all.
Zach Person with Jake Weibel on Sun Radio. We're at Blended Culture on South Lamar. Man, oh man. Now, Jake, you're in your 20s, right? Zach, excuse me. You're in your 20s.
Yeah, 20.
Your mic is in its 80s. I was looking at that mic, and I looked it up while you were playing that last song. That is a Shure in the 55 series.
Yes.
And I had to look it up because it looks like the classic old-time radio mic. Some of the other people who have used a mic like that in the past, Ella Fitzgerald, Frank Sinatra, Elvis Presley. In fact, people called it the Elvis mic. John F. Kennedy, Fidel Castro, Martin Luther King Jr. when he did the I Have a Dream speech. I'm not trying to sell a mic. I'm just saying that mic's got some heritage. That's really cool. Very cool.
Thank you, man. I just like it because it looks cool.
That's why JFK used it too.
Yeah.
I think this mic makes me look cool. Let's use this one. Well, it sounds cool too, man. You guys are rocking. Full band show coming up in just a couple of weeks. April 2nd, that's the date the new album is released, the Empire Control Room. And is it just simply ZachPerson.com to find out more?
Absolutely, yeah. ZachPerson.com, ZachPerson on Instagram.
ZACH Person.
Person, just like the word.
Very, very cool. Well, thank you all for coming down here and playing. I think we got time for one more song.
Yeah.
So we'll get that.
This next song is off of the record, and it's our hot new single.
Oh, and there's a new
Apparently.
video for it too.
Yes, we just put out a music video, shot at Native Hostel and the This Is Mesmerized art installation down there. And the song's called Can't Stop Running.
Wake up in the evening, fall asleep, watch the sunrise. Know I gotta make the pay and drive around in my disguise. So hot burning the candle and both mixing. Dark night in my soul is kicking in. I can't stop running. I can't stop running. I can't stop running now. Cause the days keep coming, they're coming for me. I can't stop running. I can't stop running. I can't stop running now. Cause the days keep coming, they're coming for me. Men don't grow on trees and a pretty face won't keep me. You gotta catch my breath, gonna break cause the sweat gonna bleed. They say, young man, you gon' be a star. Fresh strings on my old guitar. Well, maybe one of these days, but I can't stop running. Cause the days keep coming, they're coming now. I can't stop running. I can't stop running. I can't stop running now. Cause the days keep coming, they're coming for me. I can't stop running. I can't stop running. I can't stop running now. Because the days keep coming, they're coming for me. One of these days gonna turn around. Gonna build me a castle high off the ground. Waiting for my place to rest. But the days keep coming. The days keep coming. And they're coming for me. Well, and they're coming for me. I'm running. Oh, they're coming for me. Woo. I can't stop running. Oh, yeah, they're coming for me. I can't stop running. I can't stop running. I can't stop running now. Cause the days keep coming and coming to me. I can't stop running. I can't stop running. I can't stop running now. Cause the days keep coming, they're coming to me. But the days keep coming. The days keep coming. The days keep coming and coming. Oh, and they're coming for me. Thank y'all. That's Jake Weibel on the drums.
Zach Person on guitar. Man, oh man, Can't Stop Running from the new self-titled album that comes out in 2 weeks and 2 days on Austin's Black Denim Records. So is it a contractual requirement for the Black Denim?
It's not. We
Or
just
just because it looks cool?
Just because it looks, yeah, you're catching on.
Thank you very much. And the album comes out on April 2nd, and the big party at Empire Control Room. Thank you so much, Zach. Thank you, Jake. Thank you very, very much. And Gordy Quist from Band of Heathens is going to play for us next. We want to thank all of y'all for coming today. Thank you so much. Most of y'all wearing green, which is nice for St. Patrick's Day. Appreciate it. And we want to thank La Cima in San Marcos, ABC Home and Commercial Services, Frontier Bank of Texas, and Tecovas for helping us with all of our broadcasts, all of our fundraising events this week. And thank you very much to Blended Culture, a beautiful place here on South Lamar, for being so hospitable to us today. We'll take a little break here, and then we'll hear from some of the artists that will be playing for us live over the next couple of evenings on Sun Radio.
Frontier Bank, offering banking conveniences for a mobile lifestyle to keep our community safe, and the dedicated relationship of a Frontier banker. Info on Frontier's solar-powered branches can be found at frontierbankoftexas.com. Welcome to the Frontier.
Support for Sun Radio comes from ABC Home and Commercial Services. Scratching in the attic could be a sign of rodents. ABC offers comprehensive mice and rat solutions, specialists for your environment. To schedule inspections and consultations, go to abchomeandcommercial.com.
Support comes from Clean Cause, empowering the pursuit of individuals recovering from drug and alcohol addiction. 50% of their profits fund sober living scholarships, providing 2,000 sober living scholarships representing $1 million. Clean Cause offers 8 sparkling yerba mate drinks with 160 milligrams of organic caffeine. Available at Whole Foods, H-E-B, or online at cleancause.com.
Support for Sun Radio comes from Austin International School, a trilingual private school for children 3 and older, inspiring the exchange of ideas, culture, and knowledge. Information on new middle school, preschool, open enrollment online at austininternationalschool.org.
Kevin Connor here at Blended Culture on South Lamar, site of our pop-up session for today, the second one of today. And as we mentioned earlier, tickets for all the rest of the week are sold out, but that doesn't mean you can't support the Sun Radio Foundation. Again, we can't do what we do without our listeners, and if you're enjoying listening to the radio or watching on Facebook or our YouTube channel, you too are most welcome. We hope you do support Sun Radio by going to our website, sunradio.com, and we appreciate everybody who's done that already, and we really appreciate all y'all who bought the tickets for all of these shows and scooped them up. So Gordy Quist from Band of Heathens is going to set up and play for us in just a couple of minutes, but while we do that, we're going to feature some of the artists who are playing for us tomorrow evening, including a woman you hear every day on Sun Radio. Well, she gets Saturdays off, but Monday through Friday from 11 to 3, and then on Sunday afternoon, and then it goes into the Showfell Shuffle. She takes it all night. It's just, can't imagine all the things that come out of your radio. But as fine a DJ as she is, she's an even better musician. And she's been working on a new album that'll come out sometime this year. But this goes back to the last one, and basically the same crew working on the album, Hello, Goodbye, and a song I love. This is Susanna Chaffel, who'll be playing at 6 o'clock tomorrow evening at Hill Country Outdoor Power. This is Follow on Sun Radio.
I remember what you said about this scene. It couldn't be alive. Now I know what you mean. But I see it all.
Album Fog and Bling, Highway of Diamonds on Sun Radio. And Susanna Chaffel before that with Follow. And those are our artists tomorrow evening at Hill Country Outdoor Power on Highway 290 as you're going past the Y, heading out towards Dripping Springs. It's on the right-hand side and getting close to Nutty Brown Road and Belterra. And we are going to do a show there tomorrow evening with those fine artists, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to it. Mark says the weather's going to be real nice for it as well. So we got that coming up. And again, you can hear those and watch them on Sun Radio and our Facebook and YouTube channels. But we are here at Blended Culture, and we're getting ready to go with Gordy Quist in just a second here on Sun Radio.
Support comes from Apple Leasing, featuring an alternative to new vehicle ownership and the financial loss which happens the moment you drive your car off the new lot. Leasing information, late model, pre-owned inventory, Better Business Bureau ratings, and an unbiased opinion on any make and any model. That's at appleleasing.com, 346-9977.
Support comes from Güeros Taco Bar on South Congress, now open for dine-in service inside Güeros and on the patio. The health and safety of guests and staff is top priority, and Güeros will be adhering to all recommended health and safety practices while serving fresh margaritas, tender fajitas, or queso flameado. Curbside to-go food and alcohol still available as well. Full details at güeros.com.
Support comes from Leaf Landscape Supply, providing the plant palette for professionals and individuals to create a landscape masterpiece. Over 8 acres of plant inspiration with plants from the forest to the desert to satisfy all landscaping styles. 2 locations on 290 West in Oak Hill and on Pond Springs Road. Info and north and south locations at leaflandscapesupply.com. Funding for solar-powered Sun Radio comes from Twin Liquors, Austin family-owned since 1937 with locations across Texas. Now offering online ordering of wine, spirits, and beer for delivery or curbside pickup. Download the Twin Liquors mobile app or visit online at twinliquors.com. KTSN AM Austin, K241DA Austin, KTSN HD1 Austin, and K261DW Austin. The best music under the sun is at sunradio.com. Support for Texas music on Sun Radio comes from 5th Generation Incorporated, makers of Tito's Handmade Vodka. Pot distilled and made from corn in Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume and 80 proof, Tito's Handmade Vodka is crafted to be consumed responsibly. More online at titosvodka.com.
Support for the live music you hear on Sun Radio comes from Bud Light, a light-bodied lager uniting all Americans through the sound and spirit of music. More information about joining the Bud Light experience online at budlight.com.
All right. Welcome back to Blended Culture on South Lamar in South Austin. I'm Kevin Connor here. Our second pop-up show of the day today on Sun Radio. And it's a beautiful place. And in honor of St. Patrick's Day, they brought in these green couches up front. And the gentleman who paid for the couches is actually sitting at a table in the back and said, tell anybody who wants to come up and get the front row seats to come up and take them. So if you'd like to sit in these couches, please feel free. And thank you very much for all of y'all for supporting the Sun Radio Foundation. We really appreciate it. And it's a pleasure to welcome Gordy Quist here. How are you, bud?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Gordy, one of the founding members of one of my favorite bands, the Band of Heathens. I'm wearing the T-shirt, and I was in the men's room and washing my hands, and I heard a guy's voice say, "Sure like your shirt." And I was like, uh-oh. I usually keep pretty quiet myself, and I turn, and he's wearing, because it says stranger on the back, and I turn, he's got a mask on that says stranger on the front of the mask, so I knew I was in good company.
Yeah, man.
You got to do the merch.
Got to do the merch, and, you know, it's been such a stranger year that it just seems appropriate. You know?
How prophetic.
Yeah.
Let's put out a record called Stranger.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a terrific record, and we might just hear a couple of the songs from that album the way they were originally written.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So please welcome, live on Sun Radio, Gordy Quist.
Yeah. Thank y'all. Glad to be here. Just like you mentioned, this is a tune from the Stranger record, and I wrote this one with my buddy Graham Weber, and this is about how it sounded that day. So. Tell me what's all this shouting for? Yeah, what happened to forgiveness? I see sisters and brothers won't talk to each other no more. Yeah, we're waiting on a breakthrough, looking for a witness, staring at the news, playing back the usual scores. There ain't no truth left, and we're getting used to it. We got used to the feeling of being used and believing. We got used to the feeling we just can't take anymore. Getting profiled and preached to. They can see you when you're sleeping, keeping tabs on your habits, selling ads you'd never ask for. And the silence on the sidelines as the rift between us deepens, and the crosses are all burning while time keeps turning. The knife we ignore, and there ain't no truth left. We're getting used to it. We got used to the feeling of being used and believing. We got used to the feeling we just can't take anymore. Used to the feeling of being used and believing. We got used to the feeling of being used and believing. Yeah, we're used to the feeling and we just can't take anymore. Yeah, we're used to the feeling we just can't take anymore. Thank you. Man, I was driving up here listening to Scott play live on the radio right before me, and man, it made me want to have the band up here. You guys are rocking. Sounded awesome. So, yeah. Did you ever hear the story of a runaway child went to New York to start again? Running from a man stood 7'2" with a shadow that never ends. Always know who your people are. Don't forget where you're from. They'll lift you up and keep your feet on the ground. It's a fight till the death, then it's done. Turning to the world of the underground ring of blood, sweat, beast, and brawn. No one could take Augustinio swinging. It's a fight till the death, and it's done. On New Year's Eve, a man brought a black cat to the ring to steal his crown. Augustinio fought that beast all night till he finally put the panther in the ground. Always know who your people are. Don't forget where you're from. They'll lift you up and keep your feet on the ground. It's a fight till the death then is done. Know where you come from. 99 years till he finally called it, the legend all but told. Down in the garden there's a 7-foot statue of a black cat lined in gold. Always know who your people are, don't forget where you're from. He was laid to rest underneath that statue. It's a fight till the death then is done. Know where you come from. Know where you come from.
Gordy Quist. First two songs from the latest album from the band, A Heathen Stranger. And that last one, Black Cat, that was a true story, based on a true story.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. Walker Lukens, a buddy of mine here in town, he has a very cool podcast called The Song Confessional, where he collects stories from people and confessions. And it can be the wildest story, whatever you want to tell. And he records the story, and then he sends it to a songwriter friend, and then it's the songwriter friend's job to write a song with that story. And so that one came from the Newport Folk Festival, and Walker went there a couple years ago and collected confessions and sent that one back. And it's this guy's great-grandfather came to New York City and as an illegal alien sneaking aboard like a steamship cargo something or other. And the legend in his family is that he ended up in this weird underground animal fighting ring, and he supposedly killed a panther with his bare hands. And so I wrote a song
Which is
from
not
it.
easy to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wasn't his name Fonseca?
Yeah, Augustinio Fonseca.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
yeah, crazy, right?
Crazy.
Yeah.
All those crazy Fonsecas. This is Gordy Quist here, live on Sun Radio.
Yeah. All right. All right, I'm going to do another one from the record just because these are fun to play because they're newer. And, you know, we put a record out during a pandemic. We didn't really get to tour behind it, so this is as good as it gets. Talk is cheap, words a dime a dozen, heart still hangs on every line. The fall of man will be written in a wordless headline, streamed over cloudless sunny skies. If silence is golden, call me gilded. I am quiet in love. My heart beats what you speak of. For love I can show, but may fail to tell you so. If love remain unheard, may it be known. I saw a man, couldn't speak, his mind had lost in starlight, kept his eyes glued to the ground. Tired and hungry, read his sign under the faded stoplight, his dog well fed and smiling proud. If silence is gold, then call me gilded. 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 I am quiet in love, my heart beats what you speak of. For love I can show, but may fail to tell you so. If love remain unheard, if love remain unheard, if love remain unheard, may it be known. All right. Thank you. Got a tune. You'll thank me later. Across the land, I'm spoken of, wise as a snake, tame as a dove, just like a wolf in sheep's clothes. Shake the dust off before I go. I'm your medicine man. I'm your medicine man. I walk the land never seen before. I'm on a mission, a conquistador. I'll be your slave, I'll be your king. I'll be what you want, be your everything. I'm your medicine man. I'm your medicine man. I'm your medicine man. I'm your medicine man. I got juju beads and a mojo drum. Got a whole lot more. Where'd that come from? I'll make a sign across your head, make you shake and dance, baby. Let's raise the dead. I'm your medicine man. I'm your medicine man. I'll take your pulse, I'll fix your health, get what you need to save yourself. You might lose your house, might lose your home, but I'll give you back more than you have known. Put you in the black, I'm gonna shake your bones. Your healer, your dealer, your only one. I'm your medicine man. I'm your medicine man. I'm your medicine man. I'm your medicine man.
Sun Radio with Gordy Quist. Playing songs. He's recorded with the band of Heathens. Medicine Man. That what? Top Hat Crown?
Yeah, Top Hat Crown.
Yeah.
Going way back.
And,
Nice.
well, the Heathens go way back. It's, I guess, 16 years this year.
That's right.
You just had your 15th anniversary
Wow.
in
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah.
So, anybody remember Momo's, that cool club, 6th and Red River? Yeah, Paulo Vasey's place, up above Katz's. Now it's all something else. And there was a night where 3 or 4 different guys were doing solo acoustic things like this. And then whose idea was it to just, hey, let's play together?
Well, we all had bands. We were actually all fronting our own bands, but it was the same drummer playing in all 4 bands, and 2 bass players between the 4 bands, and then we were sitting in with each other playing guitar and keyboards in each other's bands. So it really wasn't that much of a stretch because we were all kind of up on stage the whole night anyway, with the different frontman rotating. And Brian Keane, actually, I think he's the one who called me initially and was like, hey, what do you think about this? And kind of combining forces, and rather than it being separate sets, all of us kind of singing harmony together. And the rule was back then, though, no rehearsals. If you wanted to learn a new song, then the band had to learn it live on stage in front of the audience.
Nice.
So
nice.
it made for like pretty ruckus, rowdy sets, and there was a lot of tequila, and it was a good time. I think people came to the show half for the train wrecks. So.
Well, you and Ed Jurdy, 2 of the founding members of the band, you kind of adopted kind of the Lennon-McCartney thing after a while, right? No matter who writes the song, you list it as both of you?
Well, that's true. We actually started doing that because there were initially 4 songwriters in the band, and then Brian moved to Nashville, and there were 3 of us for many years, maybe for 5 or 6 years, and the 3 of us were all with different PROs. One was CSAC, one was ASCAP, one was BMI. So it started off as an experiment to see which PRO paid the most. So for 2 albums, we just shared all of our songwriting credits and tracked the money to see who paid the most. But yeah, and then Colin, he wanted to get off the road and left the band, and so Ed and I are left, and it's a really it's a band, though. It's not like the 2 of us as front guys in a backing band. Trevor, our keys player, he's been in the band probably, I don't know, 12 or 13 years, and he and I played in another band for 4 years together before this one.
Wow.
And Richard, our drummer's been in the band, I don't know, coming up on a decade probably, or 8
and now
years.
the Heathens are spread out across the country. Ed lives in Asheville, North Carolina, and Jesse lives in Nashville. Starting to sound like a song. Asheville, Nashville, 2 in Austin.
Yep.
Richard out in L.A.
Yeah.
But one of the great pleasures that I've ever had working with bands is during this pandemic, last year, Gordy invited me to come up to the finishing school, his studio in North Austin. And everybody was in town, and they were doing a bunch of stuff for the album release, for the release of Stranger. And they played the whole album for us for Sun Radio. And normally, I'm not in that kind of environment. I'm not in that studio seeing what you guys do. And I'm just sitting in the corner, and just to watch it all happen, the way people make a record. I know you recorded the album in Portland, but you could have easily made it there. And thank you. That was so cool.
No, thank you. It's great. We go way back, and so you know the history of the band, and we're friends, and it was just really great to have someone in there that was kind of inner circle and knew the ins and outs, and yeah, it's fun. I mean, that's kind of, we haven't really been able to tour much, but we have a few times gotten the guys all together here in Austin, and we've done some recording and live streaming, and so.
Hey, you do that fun thing on Tuesday nights, and that's the. What's it called? The Good Times Happen?
The Good Times Supper Club, which was the original name of the band at Momo's way back in the day. But yeah, we stream on Tuesday nights. It's kind of a weirdo variety show. We're all in different cities, and we just take turns making fools of ourselves.
There's a drinking segment.
Yep.
There's a Grateful Dead segment. Yeah. There's all kinds of stuff. It's a variety show with special guests each week.
Yeah, who knew? So yeah, it's been strange and fun trying to make the most of this season.
Yeah,
So,
can imagine.
Yeah.
But I bet your daughters like having you around.
Yeah, that has actually been truly an amazing blessing this year. Has just been able to be home and have a family life and do the things that usually we miss about half of. So it's been great. So.
Well, glad to have you here tonight at Blended Culture, South Lamar, South Austin. Once again, live on Sun Radio. Gordy Quist.
Thank you, Kevin. So I've been buried in the studio black hole of time and space where you don't know what day it is. And I did not know today was St. Patrick's Day till I got here. I'm not wearing any green. I did get a margarita with a green lime in it. I'm hoping that counts. And maybe if we sing a song about something green, maybe I'll get some points there too. Yeah, this is we got some friends in Northern California that they're farmers, and we try to in Humboldt County we try to always make sure we have a couple of days off every time we pass through town, and they take good care of us, and so we wrote this song for them. It's called "The Green Grass of California." Back in the 70s, token Panama red to the Pleiades, constellations falling from the sky. Then came the newest kick, a sense of me for the Mexican brick. It never brings you down, it gets you high. Oh, the green, green grass of California. Pacific breeze so gentle and so kind. When your eyes are red, spinning in your head, remember it's only in your mind. Then came the strongest stuff. Single props couldn't haul enough to keep on Mendocino County time. Up and down the PCH, from the black sand beach to the redwood gate, they engineered the strongest strain of kind. Oh, the green, green grass of California. Pacific breeze so gentle and so kind. When your eyes are red, spinning in your head, remember, it's only in your mind. We used to roll up another and another. Don't bogart, brother, you're not alone. Now a smaller stash will cost you twice the cash, but half as much will lift you to a new time zone. Oh, the green, green grass of California. Pacific breeze so gentle and so kind. When your eyes are red, spinning in your head, remember it's only in your mind. When your eyes are red, so heavy in your head, remember it's only in your mind. Remember it's only in your mind. Thank you. So there's a song that we recorded years ago, and it didn't make it on the record, on the Heathens album. But we put it on this kind of EP that we made that we only printed I don't know, a few hundred CDs of it, and it never was released digitally, I don't think. And Kevin is very bitter that it didn't make it on a record. He said it's the best song and it should have been put on an album. And you guys actually spin it fairly often. I don't get to forget that you think that.
I was hoping you wouldn't bring that up because I was really mad. We were riding around, and Gordy had this fantastic sports car, and you were kind of embarrassed about how great a car you were driving.
It wasn't mine.
Yeah, but it was really nice. So we're listening to the album. I'm thinking, yeah, this is good. This is good. And he said, well, that's it. What do you think? I said, where's Carry Your Love? And I didn't, I kind of overdid it. I'm sorry.
No, it's cool because I feel like every time I hear you guys spin it on the radio, I feel like it's your way of like jabbing me. So I still.
It's
so
a great
anyway,
song.
Well,
it's a great song.
Thank you. This one, Ed and I were doing some acoustic shows in California, and I wrote a bunch of the lyrics of this on the plane ride out there, and then I got there and I just gave it to Ed. I was like, what would you do with this? And the next morning he kind of played the initial kind of idea back, and we worked on it for a couple days, and it goes like this. See if I can remember how to play it here. I remember you in your dress. The back of my car was a hell of a ride. Every turn, every curve felt so good in the dashboard light. You kissed me for the first time on the first night. We got so high. The smell that you leave when you sleep in my shirt, never washed it once till I heard the news. You broke my heart. Everyone you love, you always keep around. I carry your love all over this town. When the summer came and the days grew long, we'd spin your records in the evening sun. Every word, every song, fireworks flashed and were lost in the dawn. You kissed me for the last time on the last night. The light was gone. The smile that you burned in the back of my mind, I can see so clear when I hear your song. You broke my heart. Everyone you love, I always get around. I carry your love all over this town. I carry your love all over this town. Carry your love all over this town. I carry your love all over this town. I carry your love all over this town. I carry your love all over this town.
Sun Radio with Gordy Quist. Carry Your Love. Such a great song. I couldn't let it go. I kept harping on it, and finally he turned and said, look, the record's done. Let it go.
There was nothing I could do. You had to just get over it, man. Oh, man. Mama got a voice like sugar, is so sweet and fine. Sister singing Amazing Grace, you know she right in time. They're laying poor Papa low in the ground that he worked and sowed. Now they're waiting at the Jackson station for the train to roll. Well, she been up all night, she got them crows walking around her eyes. And she can still raise a cup and a toast to a well run dry. Well, he left her on a Tuesday still, gin, whiskey, and a bottle of pills, waiting at the Jackson station looking over the hill. Take me away, hear the whistle play a sad, sad song. Lay me down where the river runs wide and strong. Well, sometimes she rides a ticket home, other times she'll leave you all alone, just a waiting at the Jackson station for the train to go. The 419 rolled on the red ball line. The backwater shacks waking on the 419. Got the smoke coming out of the stag, dead running on a 10-mile track, waiting at the Jackson station, never coming back. Waiting at the Jackson station, never coming back. Waiting at the Jackson station, never coming back.
A Band of Heathens favorite, Jackson Station, from Gordy Quist on Sun Radio. You mentioned that you'd been in the studio and wasn't even sure what day it was, because you get in there with a project and long hours, late nights. But you got that studio, well, kind of almost inherited it from the late, great George Reef, a great musician and bass player who lost his fight to cancer, about 5 years ago now. I think it's getting close. And then you came in and put a lot of work into redoing it. So that's like another whole career, being a studio proprietor.
Yeah, a lot of time, mopping floors and vacuuming, and that's the one thing about running a studio that I didn't realize was kind of part of the job. Is like you got to keep it clean. It's George was a dear friend and mentor for the band. I feel like we really started learning how to make records working with him, and we made some records at his place. And yeah, when he passed, nobody was going to kind of take over the studio and keep it running. So it's been my great honor to try to keep that alive, and it's been really a blessing to be able to stay creative, especially. I felt a little disconnected to the Austin music scene because we were on the road so much and we were never playing locally. And this has been a really, great way to like get plugged back in and get to know some of the people playing around town and just to stay creative working on other projects. You know, we do a lot of recording with the Heathens there, but also, you know, it's kind of like the day job, you know, which is a really cool day job to have. So it's been good.
Very cool. It's called the Finishing School. It's up in North Austin. And you would never know it was there if you drove past it. That's the thing about Austin recording studios. In Nashville, they have big signs and banners and stuff. Here, it's kind of on the down low.
Yeah, man. It's kind of nice that way. 30 miles on the Gulf Stream, I can hear the south wind moan. Bridges getting lower, all the shrimp boats coming home. The old man down in the quarter slowly turns his head, takes a sip from his whiskey bottle, and this is what he said. I was born in the rain on the Poncha train underneath the Louisiana moon. Don't mind the strain of a hurricane, they come around every June. The high black water, a devil's daughter, she's hard, she's cold, and she's mean. But nobody taught her it takes a lot of water to wash away New Orleans. A man came down from Chicago, gonna set that levee right. He said, need to be at least 3 feet high or won't make it through the night. But the old man down in the quarter said, don't you listen to that boy. Water be down by the morning, he'll be back to Illinois. I was born in the rain on the Poncha train underneath the Louisiana moon. Don't mind the strain of a hurricane, they come around every June. The high black water, a devil's daughter, she's hard, she's cold, and she's mean. But nobody taught her it takes a lot of water to wash away New Orleans. 30 miles on the Gulf Stream, I can hear the south wind moan. Bridges getting lower, all the shrimp boats coming home. The old man down in the quarter slowly turns his head, takes a sip from his whiskey bottle, and this is what he said. I was born in the rain on the Poncha train underneath the Louisiana moon. I don't mind the strain of a hurricane, they come around every June. The high black water, a devil's daughter, she's hard, she's cold, and she's mean. But nobody taught her it takes a lot of water to wash away New Orleans. Nobody taught her it takes a lot of water to wash away New Orleans. Thank you. She got rings on her finger that shine like mercury. She never paints her nails, she like 'em yellow from a nicotine. You can keep your fashion mag, she like Tito's in a paper bag. falling off her hips, wishing you was in her jeans. She never talked too much, but you know just what she'd say. She got a space in her teeth where she hides her words away. She knows she looking good. She don't care if she's understood. She even talks dirty when she's on her knees to pray. Swinging from a cage, acting half her age. No time for games, she knows just what she needs. Looking for another man, she found me right where I stand. I love that sugar, love my sugar queen. People start talking when she walking on down the street, dropping them jaws with every single one she meets. She likes to get her thrills on the edge of the windowsill. All the people gather around, she coming on home with me. Swinging from a cage, acting half her age. No time for games, she knows just what she needs. Looking for another man, she found me right where I stand. I love that sugar, love my sugar queen. Don't you know I love that sugar, love my sugar queen. Swinging from a cage, acting half her age. No time for games, she knows just what she needs. Yeah, she looks so good in fur. You got to hear that pussycat purr. Oh, you know I love that sugar, love my sugar queen. Swinging from a cage, acting half her age. No time for games, she knows just what she needs. Looking for another man, she found me right where I stand. I love that sugar, love my sugar queen. Don't you know I love that sugar, love my sugar queen. Don't you know I love that sugar, love my sugar queen.
Sun Radio at Blended Culture in South Austin on South Lamar with Gordy Quist from the band of Heathens. And Gordy, thank you so much for coming down here.
Yeah, thank you, Kevin.
Appreciate it, man.
We're spoiled to have Sun Radio here in Austin. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for supporting the radio station, y'all.
Yes, thank you very much for supporting the radio station. We appreciate it so much. We can't do what we do without you. And I know it's so hard to plan now for bands because it seems like every time you think it's getting better out there in the world, something happens, like there's another wave in Europe, and you guys go over there and tour. So are there any kind of plans for the summer and fall yet for Band of Heathens?
We got a few one-off shows here and there. Our poor booking agent, he had like a whole tour booked for the release of the record and he's rebooked it maybe 3 times, pushing it back, and then that, the pandemic keeps on going. So we're gonna we're working on recording. We're making another record, and
really already.
Yeah, what else are we gonna do? And we are looking forward to when things kind of vaccines get out there and there are more gigs to be had, and so we're just kind of taking things as they come, playing shows here and there, and hopefully in the fall we'll be a little busier, but really trying to kick it into gear early next year. Yeah. So,
all right,
well, same as everybody else.
Latest album, and they've got a shelf full of great records in their collection, but the Band of Heathens' latest album is called Stranger, and this is Gordy Quist, one of the founding members of the band, and Thank you so much for coming down here and joining us this evening. One more time, Gordy Quist.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Well, thank you guys for supporting the Band of Heathens for so many years, Kevin. You say you wanna know how deep my love is. You say you long to hear those words of mine. So I ask, how deep is the ocean? How deep is the color in your eyes? A simple glance, your eyes to mine, and I lose my breath and move in wonder. My words fall flat in all my lines, until the tide pulls me under. You say you wanna know how deep my love is. You say you long to hear those words of mine. So I ask, how deep is the ocean? How deep is the color in your eyes? So far apart, alone in need. Some hotel keys and long drop calls. I miss my friends and my family, but I'm missing you most of all. You say you wanna know how deep my love is. You say you long to hear those words of mine. So I ask, how deep is the ocean? How deep is the color in your eyes? How deep is the color in your eyes?
Radio with Gordy Quist, Deep is Love. Not an easy song to do, especially when he's got a full band of heathens behind him and a mouthful of oyster crackers. That's a tough, tough song. Deep is Love. Thank you, Gordy, so much.
Yeah,
really
thank you,
appreciate
Kevin.
you, man.
Thanks, y'all. Thank you, Sun
Appreciate
Radio.
you. And thank you also to Zach Person and Jake Weibel for that great set beforehand. And thank you to the fine folks here at Blended Culture here on South Lamar, South Austin. It is a very, very nice place to kick back and enjoy a show or pizza, and we appreciate their support of Sun Radio and the underwriters who are supporting our whole week of pop-up shows. La Cima in San Marcos, ABC Home and Commercial Services, Frontier Bank of Texas, and Tecovas, and we'll be at it again tomorrow evening out at Hill Country Outdoor Power. But I want to thank all the people here that bought tickets to support the Sun Radio Foundation. And for those of you listening at home or in your car, I have seen some of the coolest, freakiest masks from the entire pandemic in this crowd tonight. Some of you have really outdone yourselves with masks. That lady over there just scared the hell out of me. She walked around the corner. Hi, Kevin. Ah! But it was fun. Thank you all so much. Be back on the radio tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. here on Solar Powered Sun Radio. Thank you to Jeremy Parker, Ben Bethay, Anna, Nancy, Dan, our whole crew. Good night.
KTSN AM Austin, K241DA Austin, KTSN HD1 Austin, and K261DW Austin. The best music under the sun is at sunradio.com.
They say I act around you different than I usually do. They say that I've even given special treatment. I didn't